Hey guys, so welcome. This is as promised a special PC Engine video and some yeah, it's a PC Engine video as promised. So I'll show you a couple of pickups that I did and a project that I've been working on and some conclusion that I have about retro gaming in general. So as you can see, I've been working on RGB modding the PC Engine. Now again, I want to thank Vaginaris for showing how to do the RGB amp, which you won't be able to see it. I won't open the PC Engine, but I've been working on the interface unit, and like you can see, I ran. I have a built-in RGB amp, like Vaginaris showed, and I simply took out the composite. Oh, so component. Yeah, I guess I'm always confusing component or composite, but I took out the RGB, the red, green, and blue lines with the RGB amp amplified, and already you can use the existing stereo exits, and I'm using the default composite exit for syncing. So this specific setup is specifically for the PVM, although you can use it on any TV that has component input. And the image is pretty amazing, as I can say. I followed, you see, I tried to get the same parts as Vaginaris did, but in Japan, you know, it is slightly different. So I went through Akihabara and had to talk to all the, you know, some people are helpful, some people are less helpful, but you know, you always end up finding what you're looking for. So I found all the parts and you know, built the RGB amp and inserted it. It's pretty tight. The interface unit is pretty tight inside, but I was able to insert it, and I mean, I don't know relatively how difficult it is compared to other PC Engine machines, but you know, the wiring, I had to you know, test it with the central microchip and make sure I get all the line correctly. But yeah, it worked out. The image is really fantastic. Now I really want to get this machine RGB because I think this is like a really classic, beautiful looking system. Now I couldn't even test the CD-ROM. I didn't have the interface card, but I also got the Arcade Pro, which is pretty rare to find. Actually, I found for a really good price. It can be pretty expensive. I found it less than $20 here in Japan. And I already have the dual cord, which will not work with the CD-ROM 2 unit. So I mean, you can use the normal system card, but I was looking already for, you know, as far as I can get, because I, you know, in case I want to use the arcade games on the PC Engine. So I found this one for a good price. So once I got everything together, well, the CD-ROM system, the CD-ROM unit is working, but the CD is not spinning. And I looked on the internet, and inside the CD-ROM machine there's three wheels that I guess we call it I don't know, teeth wheels. In Japanese you call it haguruma, and so I know how to say it in Japanese. I'm not sure how to say it in English. And these three pinwheels, the middle one is known to become, like is said on the internet, become cheese. Pretty much, since it's like plastic wheels, the middle one gets it's a double pin wheel, which means that it has two sets of teeth, and it becomes cheese. It oxidizes and melts. So I guess, I mean, obviously I opened it, and it was completely melted, and I thought, I mean, I assumed that was the problem, because that's a common problem with this one. And again, this is a first generation CD machine, and I spent a whole day, and unfortunately it reminded me of my bad experience with the first generation Mega CD. and I couldn't fix it. I tried to put a driving belt, take out the middle teeth wheel, the middle Haguruma, and try to put like a driving belt, but yeah, it's dead, and I don't know if I'm able to fix it ever. Now the good thing is, like, I'm going to France soon for vacation, and then my parents' house I have like a couple of boxes full of PC Engine goodies that I have from old times. So I know I have at least 2 more interface units in France. So I'm gonna bring them over to Japan and see if I can replace the CD-ROM system, the CD-ROM part, because it's really unfortunate. I love the beautiful white setup. You know, it's so classic. I mean, and yeah, with regard to the exit, this is pretty much the only place you can place the exit. Everything else is pretty busy inside. But I really want to get it going. The PC Engine U cards work really beautifully. The image is really, really beautiful. So I really hope to find a CD-ROM system too, or if anybody is able to fix it for me, I will greatly appreciate that. But you know, hopefully I can find it. And it brings me to the conclusion that you know, us, the retro gamers, we have to be aware of machines to you know, what we're dealing with, because this is first generation, exactly like the Mega CD, the first Mega CD, the tray unit Mega CD, and you know, we're dealing with technology that is not built to last long, and mainly the CRTs, which you know, they're running out of you know, there's around the electron gun, there's sort of particles that are running out, and being it's a type of material that emits a cloud of particles, a cloud of electrons, and this material is running out. So pretty soon, I mean, in a couple of years, I guess, and maybe in 10 years, there won't be any CRT working on planet Earth. Maybe in 10-20 years, there won't be any more CRTs. I know the last CRT was sold in 2007, so you know, it's something to think about, you know, like about how long do we live as gamers, and how long our technology lives, and you know, should we pass it on, should we fix it, should we find ways to fix it. And I've seen there's already forums about fixing it, but it's very difficult to fix first generation CD-ROMs, because they're built so cheaply. I mean, they didn't learn yet how to build it better. So you know, this is just an ongoing project. I know the interface unit works beautifully. It's excellent for the PVM, but hopefully I can find a replacement CD-ROM unit, and we'll see what happens. Now the next mod I did, I know I'm modding a lot of Hori controllers, but this is I had a bid on Yahoo in Japan here for another Hori controller, and this one was extremely cheap. It was like $10 delivered to my house, and the reason it was really in a horrible shape inside. It was oxidized and a really weird stuff going on inside, so I cleaned it up, and I had other plans about these controllers. I wanted to make a logo, a stencil logo of PC Engine. Originally I painted the bottom in red, and sorry, this thing pops out. I painted the bottom in red, and the top I painted in white, gave it a bunch of layers, but and then I tried to stencil on the top layer, on the top, which was painted white. I tried to stencil it, but it came out horrible. It became like a butch job. So what I did, I bought a plastic panel and bended it and just connected it, so, and painted the screws and everything. And here I put Sanwa buttons with a Semi-2 stick. So you know, it's another stick that I have, which worked pretty nice. It's not the best job that I ever did, but it works beautifully. And which brings me to my most important pickup, and I want to show my XE collection, my Microsoft collection, which is complete now. I've been looking for a long while for the XE1 Pro, which is becoming more and more rare. So I got it. I finally was able to buy it. You see, the original price of it was 9,500 yen, which probably nowadays is a lot more, but I found it of course cheaper than even the old price from 20 years ago. So I got it boxed, really nicely boxed, and you know, the controller is in fantastic shape. So finally I got my Microsoft collection, and I can now, you know, just tell you overall my review. Again, I think comparing to, and it's not really fair to compare to the Hori, because the Hori are really, I think, you know, the designers didn't plan it to be modifying friendly, but I never seen such a controller that is so modifying friendly. So I mean, with all due respect to the Microsoft sticks, it just, you know, the Hori is just on a different league. I mean, it's just you know, the best controller you can ever play with for the PC Engine. And the sole reason I got it, the Microsoft controller, is because I'm just like, you know, I'm crazy about controllers and I like to collect them, and I think it's a beautiful collectible piece. So I already tested this controller, and it's the same. It's pretty much the same type of box that the XE ST2 for the Mega Drive. And again, this is the best controller beneath the Hori one, and I mean, it's a beautiful piece of design, like many reviewers did already. The buttons are slightly different. They're bigger and they're kind of like rounded, curved toward the middle, so you get a kind of a better grip, and you get the trademark rotation panel, and you get all the good stuff in terms of turbo, and it's a really fantastic controllers. I mean, you know, I would tend to play it less than I play the Hori, because I don't want to wear it too much. But sometimes, I mean, again, you get this intimate feel when you play with it. It is smaller, it's easy to grip, and you know, it gives you. So sometimes I will play it, but you know, with like the ST2, I already modded a Mega Drive controller, and I do sometimes play it just to, you know, for the feel of the geometry of the box, and you know, it's just beautiful. I think the stick might be a little bit lower on the Mega Drive one, but pretty much the same box. Just the PC Engine one has more options and more buttons. And the Mega Drive is a little bit dumbed down version, but you know, the Mega Drive, you don't really need that turbo function. I mean, there's almost no games that you need the turbo function anyway. So you know, in the PC Engine you do need, for some games it makes a huge difference to have the turbo option. So I definitely think you know, it's worthwhile, you know, to put all these options. But I think still the best Microsoft model, to my big surprise, was the Super Nintendo one, which is the biggest, and it has like a control panel inside that lets you really configure. I didn't even play with the configuration. I'm not really interested in configuring it. I just loved the fact that they put it in, and it really it's a really amazing piece. So yeah, so you guys let me know what you think. I have a couple of other PC Engine project that I'm gonna do in the near future, which involve the Super CD-ROM unit. But you know, I'm gonna go for a vacation soon and bring some more gear from France to show you guys. But thank you guys for watching. If you have any question or complaints, let me know. And thank you for watching again. Have a good one. Ciao.